10. Harassment? It was kinda fun seeing how much Class 1A changed, including myself. Who would have thought that I would end up being a 911 operator after all? Me for sure not. However, I enjoyed it. Each day was different and I nearly never received the same call twice. Sometimes they are funny and other times they are way too serious. One of the worst 911 calls that I ever got was actually being with someone on the line who was running for their life. Unfortunate I was with them until their death. They were hit by a villain and tried to escape. It was one of the calls I got while I was still pretty new and couldn't really assess the situation, which got me to think it over and not act in time. Perhaps if I had acted just a bit faster, then that person would have survived, but I would never know for sure. What I am doing as a job was important and I knew this all too well. While there were people who were rescuing people on their daily basis, I was the one sending help to them. Without me, or any 911 operator, there wouldn't be any working system for help. Maybe people didn't understand how important this was, but I did. It was one of the most important lines in our society. I was a hero in my very special way. Me. 911, what's your emergency? Caller. I am being harassed. Me. May I know your location, ma'am? Caller. Can't you fucking track me? Me. I need to know your location verbally. Caller. So I need to do your job for you now? Me. Fine, then I won't be calling for any help. This is all up to you. Caller. How rude. Me. Deal with it, drunkyard. Caller. Street number 64 at the pizzeria. Me. Alright, may I know the situation? Caller. I told you I am, hands off me. Ma'am, you can't be calling 911 on us, WHO said that? Ma'am, stop throwing. I was a bit confused, but if there was one thing I knew when working in this line of job, then that the voice I heard was one with authority. Besides, I did recognize the NYA sound in the complete back of the caller. If I had to guess, then this would be Sukachi and Sansa together. Not only that, but it was highly likely to be them just based on the address. Today was Pizza Wednesday and All Might, Eraserhead as well as Midnight and Mike were meeting up there with these two, or just Sukachi, to hang out once in a week. Caller. Get off me. There was a thumb noise and then some more heavy breathing and some screaming, but I kinda knew that everything is alright. Just one glance at the screen told me that the heroes were indeed there and that there was no way they wouldn't have seen or heard this going on outside of where they are gathering for today. What a Karen. Can't believe she is doing this to them. Well, won't help her for sure. Waiting on the line for someone to pick up, I could hear everything going on. This woman was struggling hard and it seems that at one point the heroes joined in and finally someone picked up the phone. Caller. I am sorry for all the trouble. Me. Sensei, it's fine. Caller. Huh, little listener, is that you? Me. Yup. Caller. Show. You won't believe who I have on the phone. Sai, who? You remember the green-haired kid in your class? The one who was called the Sunshine of Ua. Hey. That was the last I heard before my old homeroom teacher was on the phone. Caller. Problem child, what are you doing? Me. Doing my job. Caller. Join us now. I really took this quite literally. I mean, it was one of the last calls of my day and I had enough overtime to actually check out earlier as well, so why not? Me. Sure. Just like that the conversation ended and I indeed checked out to join the heroes. This was when I saw what was going on. The lady was a bit too tipsy and drunk. She had at one point started to throw pizzas around inside and was thrown out by the heroes, where she started throwing her belongings at the window and used her quirk as well. That made the heroes, especially the detective and the police officer, act, and that was when she called 911 for a harassment on them. Well, what a story for the evening for sure.